I'm going to try to make a sort of filler thing for this empty area where there should be things. And I'm going to do it with this piece of cardboard, making it like a template, and then cut it into this little corrugated plastic board, and then cover it with some plat.
Hello? Katie is working on she's making a template out of cardboard. It's really hard to squeeze in there, but I wanted to talk about this real quick. Got this. It's a 1987 200SX. S12. I know I already got it for, but you guys will see. I don't want to just tell you guys yet. You'll see as it happens. First thing that's gonna happen is I gotta put a different tire on there. I'll probably use one that's spanked, but that is also holds air, so that way I can roll this around. And then we'll start cleaning it up. Gross in there. We have a matching OEM rim from the automatic S12 that I bought earlier, and so it's on there, but the tire is obviously doomed and toasted, but now I can back it up so I have a little bit more space because I didn't really want to roll. Also, the template's almost done. Getting closer, narrowing it down.
It's about as crappy as the car.
Wreck. So we pulled most of everything out. This was all filled with part, and we got to vacuum hella bad. It's like there's so much vacuuming that needs to be done. Look how bad. Look at all this stuff. Wrong manual, bro. Those things that we're probably gonna not use. We'll probably just throw them back in there or whatever because I don't want them. Broken distributor, I imagine. Organ transportation device. Hella garbage and seat covers. Yes. And all the things I think I will need to put it back together. I'll show you the engine bay in a little bit.
Can we take off the cherry?
Yeah, remove the cherries. Look how terrible this is. Look how terrible this car is. So here's the engine bay. I have the battery charging. I'm gonna charge right now. As you can see, radiator intake is needs to be attached. The spark plug wires are all over the place in the distributor. Like, what the work cut out for us. Template is where we want it for now. We're gonna use those to push the stickers through and stuff. We'll test fit it, see how it looks. How it fits, really.
It's almost done. Well, the template's almost done. And I just need to make it a little bit smaller so it fits in better.
This car is cleaned out as it's gonna get. Terrible seat covers off. That is ruined. Vacuumed it, took all the junk out of it, and that's how it's gonna stay. Reattached some trim parts, and now I can start doing engine stuff and part swap, but this is the start. Yep. So we got the template drawn. Now she's gonna put it onto this material. It's like plasticky, kind of cardboardy, plasticky, mostly plasticky, and get it cut it out and see how that fits. What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. At least we have a lot to practice with.
Yeah, true. So these are the parts that I have. Fortunately, I have another C820E engine here to reference. Pretty much everything, I know where all these parts should go. Radiator, obviously, clutch fan, fan shroud, intake, and then the intake brackets right here. And there's some like windshield wiper stuff. There's another like windshield wiper trim piece, but that's it. And then like I'll show you real quick because it'll probably be easier than explaining. So as you can see, the distributor is kind of just like hanging off there. I'm not going to touch because I don't have gloves on, but it's kind of just hanging off there, and the spark plug wires are kind of just about. So I want to get that. That's probably the last thing because that's the thing I understand the least. But everything else looks like in order. It's in order, down to the fact that the cruise control has been deleted. I'll check the brake. I don't know. I'm kind of excited that there's a possibility that I might be able to get this to run by myself. We'll see. Doesn't look too difficult. Everything should just line up. It's all factory, and I can reference whatchamacallit, the manual. I have the owner's manual, so I can reference that too. Progress on the $200 200SX. Before we put the radiator in the new $200 S12, I've had this steering wheel for the Celica for like 2 months. It's like a Dino boat steering wheel. It's pretty fucking nice. It's hardcore. It's really thick. Like, it's thick. And it has a Momo steering hub adapter for the Celica, and a little steering hub adapter for the Dino, whatever the fuck, to the actual hub. So we're gonna pop this in real quick just before we continue with anything else. I don't know if this car has an airbag. I doubt it does, but we took this out anyways. Taking this hula hoop off. It happens to say Celica GT on it, so we'll probably hang it up somewhere. Starting with that little guy right there. Oh! Let's see where we go. This is what it looks like when that's off. She's going to get one to hit that. And we got this guy. Oh. Okay. Also, I straightened out the steering wheel. Oh. So the lefty loosey right tight. Okay, just unbolt it by hand now. Once that's off, don't try to pull the steering wheel off yet. Wait, leave it on a little bit. Now kind of like hit it, do that all around the steering wheel. No, that way. Like
forward?
Yeah. Okay, now pull. Yeah, try to pull it off now before you take the nut off. Yeah.
So it's supposed to like move down the bolt?
Yeah, it's supposed to come off, so you have to keep hitting it until it comes off. You want to keep the bolt there so you don't hit your face with it.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Oh,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
You did it. You did it perfectly. Thanks, YouTube. Shout out Jimmy Oaks and Chris Rudnick for that one. Let me take something to wiggle it on.
How do you know when it's all the way on?
Start tightening that. You might need to use the socket. You might need an extender. Oh no.
What?
I'm just kidding. Deep boy. And just tighten it as tight as you can. That's good. Okay. Now let's slap in the battery. Pull the seat up like you're driving. Get all like in driving position. See how she feels. You can lower the steering wheel a little bit too now because you have way more leg room. How does it feel?
Oh wow. It's like doesn't get in the way of the vision either.
So it's like, it's a lot better, huh?
Yeah.
It's really high quality. It's Momo, so that's like super awesome quality. And then Dino, which is a boat steering wheel company. So this thing's solid. And it's not like this car has airbags anyways, so that's a good mod.
Don't jump on the truck. Good dog. Emma. Well, it's in. So now we need fabric.
Fabrico. We're gonna take a break and go get some food, and maybe we'll continue and get back and also try out the new Celica steering wheel. I don't know if there'll be footage of that, but we'll let you know how it goes.
Reading is the answer. Get out of there, fly. Alright, anyway, this is, the fabric is on one side. We gotta wait for this to dry, and then I can put the side pieces on, because this wasn't long enough. Oh, the glue's like melting through. I put too much glue on it, so the other side will put less glue.
Alright, it's the next day. Got the clutch fan on. I don't know if I showed you that in the last clip. Next, I'm gonna try to put the radiator in. I think it clips down somewhere in there. Got the radiator in. There's like 2 little nipples down there that I gotta do still. I'm not looking forward to it because it's gonna do that more. But this is like really easy. There's just 2 bolts there, and then the hoses, which are on the same side.
So this is the board with the back side glued on. It definitely needs too much glue. And this is the back side of the fabric that we're gonna put on the front. And we're gonna glue it and trim it, and hopefully it looks okay. So this part is glued. I still use a little bit too much glue, so I don't know. I guess the fabric glue you have to use way little, like a super small amount, so it doesn't get this glue pattern on it. I use that stuff. And I just gotta trim it size and put it in. It's done. Well, I just need to make holes for the speaker.
We got everything basically back in. Radiator, the bottom hoses on the radiator, the 2 hoses for the in and out on the radiator, the fan shroud, the intake and all the vacuum lines hooked up over here to the MAF, and then the brackets to hold it in place. And gotta figure out these spark plug wire mess spaghetti over here, and then maybe after that we'll try to start it.
Okay.
Okay.
Speaker doodads. It's in there. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
So much better than what it was before.
Yeah.
He did a custom. He was customs.